Cross-platform gaming has become more popular than ever, allowing players to continue their adventures seamless between mobile and PC. In this video, we are counting down the top 10 best cross-platform MMORPG and RPG games that offer exciting gameplay, massive worlds, and the freedom to play anytime, anywhere. Remember to like this video and please enjoy the video of Top 10 Best Cross-Platform MMORPG and RPG for Mobile and PC, Top Cross-Platform Games. We have a new Facebook fans page now. The name is GameMobile HDgraphic. Besides on YouTube, we will give an update on Facebook as well. A lot of amazing top list games will show up every day, so please check this out now. The link on the description and pinned comment. Honor of Kings World. Finally, this game show up on mobile platform and we can play the game now on Android. But I will tell you earlier if this game needs a certain account to log in, which is by using QQ account. But through this video, I would like to let you know how the game works on the highest phone spec that I have, which is on Snapdragon Elite. I have set the graphic into maximum and surprisingly, the game has optimized perfectly and I can feel the smoothness and how enjoyable the game is. So I'm ready for the global release of the best MMORPG game now. So Honor of Kings World will deliver an anti-mainstream story about a world that's full of ancient technology, a lot of abandoned areas, amazing creatures, and how the energy flows mysteriously during the Primavera world. It has a very attractive action and movement that we can use to explore the area just like we do a parkour freely. Climbing the wall, sliding, releasing the sky rope, and how we can glider to reach the further location much faster. The game's combat mechanism is absolutely incredible with a fast-paced combat and the player can make a combo by tapping a different pattern of skill and basic attack. Even the aerial action is possible to do to grapple the enemy into the air. Play the game with your friends against a tough boss in boss raid or co-op mode. With Unreal Engine 5 base, the visual represents a top quality of AAA level. Surely this game will become one of the most anticipated open-world MMORPGs on mobile and PC. Distant Planet. This is one of the best open-world survival MMORPGs on mobile that will give you a reminder of the glory of Chimeraland. It has Monster Hunter vibes because we'll fight against a huge monster and be able to raid them as the mount to explore the area. The game's genre has some combination of crafting, base building, exploration, and also PvP. I love how the world has a futuristic area in the sci-fi ambience. The game is set on the crisis energy that will come to the world. So our main goal is to find the truth of the secret project that we call with a Distant Planet project. Basically, we should make sure we keep alive by doing some survival activities like collecting the wood, stone, and any rare material for crafting, and also creating your own building or equipment. Along the exploration agenda, we'll find so much monster that we can tame them. Once they become of our pet, then we can raiding or ask the pet to fight side by side with us. It just reminds me of the Ark Survival Evolved. Play the game in multiplayer to create your own tribe or guild. It will get exciting once you join into a war between the guild. Limit Zero Breakers. This is an MMORPG with a dungeon base, but each of the world that you come into has a huge world that you guys can explore. A flying island, an ancient dungeon, abandoned area, and we should try to solve the puzzle to find a secret path or items, with a cross-platform concept allowing the player to enjoy it on mobile and PC. The game started on the world that we call with SAWERIA, where this place has destroyed and broken. Then the legend said the gods will be able to grant all wishes. The game's combat mechanism runs a fast pace with a real-time combat system will take the player make a certain action to dodge, parry, and counter-attack. Make your own combo within the other characters in switching mode to create a chain combo to deal massive burst damage. Remember to learn the element's power of each hero. We can meet the other player while we are in the plaza and make a conversation through the chat message. Play the raid mode within up to 3 players to hunt the boss, and of course grinding with your friends. Guild Wars Reforged. If you ever heard about this game's title, then you're a legend. The game was released on PC before, but now it's available on mobile platform. But the developer are on optimize the game right now. If you love to play a classic MMORPG with a medieval vibes experience, then I will recommend it 100% to you. A great dual class system will hook the player to pick a different profession like a warrior, monk, ranger, or necromancer, and the second one class. As the player, we need to make our own combination build, and this system is pretty popular on describing of how the MMORPG works on PC. This game has no autoplay MMORPG, so the player needs to play it manually, either the pathfinding or the combat, but it has has a tap and click base which is pretty classic, and surely it's a good one for newbie players. By the way, there is a huge microtransaction system. We actually can participate through the trade features. These features will run in a real time, allowing the player to speed up the game's progress by getting some items, material, goods, or equipment through the trading feature. Mosing M or Mosing M. This game was the new sequel of the PC MMORPG, and the developer tried to expand the audience or player by releasing it into a mobile platform. If you have a low to mid-range phone, then this game will fit on your device. The game size is affordable, and even it doesn't need a high spec to run it smoothly. The game has a classic MMORPG genre that will focus on the PvE and PvP content, with a wuxia style animation will easily hook the player who's love to experience a classic MMO. A lot of area and the city we actually can explore, with the open world concept that will allow you to teleport yourself to your next destination within a flash. The player can pick their own class since the game started with their own weapon and skill ability. As the games run, we need to always do leveling or farming monster. This game is newbie friendly, especially since it has an auto combat features. Once your character is strong enough, then we can do an open PK on the open world, which is quite dangerous, so we can make a duel in the real time between the players. If you want to enjoy a bigger competition, then this game is the best one. It's supported with a good war as well. The life skill activities are available to enjoy: mining, gathering, and crafting, all of the material needed for crafting equipment or items. The hidden ones. This game always get an update that easily tell us how they are on the right track to optimize the game on mobile and PC platform. Just to inform you, it was an updated from the anime of webcomic from the most popular series of Hitori no Sita. The main gameplay has a combination of Shifu and martial arts combat, making the combat effect look so dynamic and competitive in a real-time battle. We need to play it fully manual because all of the action we do depends on the timing, precision, and speed. Make great combos and try to dodge the heavy damage, but that's not all action we actually can do, because parrying, counter, grabbing, and ultimate skill will give you an option to create a variety of moveset. I love how the combat seems so intense with a very unique skill. This RPG game has a story mode base. We should follow the main story that will support it with special cinematic cutscenes. The game is focusing on the dual PvP, where we can create a competitive gameplay, but in a fair and balanced level, which is this RPG is no pay-to-win game. Soulland Awakening World. Finally, this game released globally, so it is just fresh from the oven. Just to inform you, it's just an adaptation from the novel of Dou Duo Dalu. The main gameplay is an open world concept, and the player can freely explore the world. A lot of side quests you actually can accept to speed up the hero's progression. The world boss can be killed by making a huge team up with the other player. Once you are lucky enough, then you will get a delicate equipment. If you are a fan of this anime series, I'm sure you will be so familiar with some areas like the Poseidon Island and the Saint Village. Even this is an MMORPG, but the one thing that's making it look so interesting is because it has a non-target action combat, which I mean the position and skill timing will take a crucial moment to make an action like dodge, air combo, and skill combo. The main feature is we can hunt the soul beast to get a soul ring. This is a great material to power up your spirit, because each of the characters will have a different build based on the soul ring that you are picking on. Final Fantasy XIV Mobile. I'm a big fan of the Final Fantasy series, and I love everything about this series. The character design, the storyline, and how they always show us what the attention to detail means. This game is developed by Square Enix company. Anyway, it's not a ported version from the PC, but this game is exclusive made for mobile platform. The main gameplay has a storyline base, so the player will get an interesting story, dialogue, and conversation along the journey, and surely Square Enix know how to deliver it through the special ways. The open world looks so interesting. There is such a wide world that we actually can explore. We should always need to participate in the dungeon raid and invite our friends within up to 4 players. I love how the combat mechanism is. We can do 2 main actions at the same time, which is attacking while moving. It will create a smooth movement and good for anticipating the incoming attack. It's not about combat only, because we can do some life skill like fishing, racing while riding a pet of Kokobo, and also joining the minigame. It has a seamless world that we can explore without seeing any loading screen. Absolutely the best MMORPG on mobile. Aion 2. This is one of the best MMORPGs on mobile that will give a lot of freedom to explore the world because of the flying features it has. The player can explore the immersive world through the sky, but of course it has a limit, which is the energy or the stamina. You know, there's one action that is really interesting the most. It's about a combat fight, because the player can attack the enemy while we are flying, which is pretty fun and not many MMORPGs can do it. You know, this game is probably the widest game MMO that we will find. The area is wider than the Aion original version. It's about 36 times bigger. It's not about flying only, but also we can enjoy the underwater world. I love how it has so much content we can do daily, like the dungeon mode, raid boss, and quest story. But the developers are trying on making a PvP base with a large scale of war will easily attract the player who's love to play an MMORPG in a competitive way. Each classes can be picked since you start the journey, and it will be a permanent class, so be wise on choosing it. Starstride. I think this game doesn't get good appreciation. In fact, the idea is pretty clear and I know what they would like to focus on. They try to deliver how the robotic world look like and blend it into MMORPG games genre. The game has a great action real time and well delivered within a mecha element. I think most of the players will see it the same way as I am and compare it with a Star Online or a Monster Hunter game, because most of the enemies that will fight have a huge size. The main gameplay is an open world concept, playing together with your friends in a real time. The combat mechanism looks so impressive because it has an action combat, so playing it manually will help you a lot on making combos. As the player, we need to equip the energy core and adjust your character build based on the equipment. You know, the player can explore the world by releasing the jetpack. This action will significantly boost your movement speed. Top MMORPG on mobile. Remember to like this video and see you on the next list. Thanks.